So Honeycomb's mission is to build vibrant, financially empowered communities. And we do that through a loan crowdfunding platform where locally owned businesses can borrow from their own customers, fans, and community members. My background's in community banking. I'm actually a sixth-generation community banker. And I saw that community banks are disappearing at an alarming rate. And because of that, it's getting really hard for the average Main Street small business to get a loan. And so we're trying to bring that community capital back. We're letting the businesses borrow from the people who know them best, their local community members, their fans, and their customers.
A lot of times, a lot of our business owners are, brick and mortar shops looking to open up new locations, or craft beverage businesses, distilleries, breweries looking to buy equipment. I think some of my favorite ones that I've worked on recently are the retail shops.
We are looking to level the playing field for businesses that might have a hard time raising 100% of the funds from their community, specifically minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, and businesses in low to moderate income communities.
To date, we've moved almost $11 million across our platform. We've helped over 200 small businesses. We've done campaigns in 22 different states, and we're scaling up really fast. For us, we're looking to make this a nationwide phenomenon. Our ultimate goal is to prove that small businesses are an investable asset class. So Honeycomb was actually founded in New Hampshire. My co-founder and I met in grad school there. And we were trying to settle on where to set up our business. Everyone told us we had to go to New York or San Francisco because we're starting a fintech company. But we realized we're solving a Main Street, middle America problem, and it felt really inauthentic to do that from Wall Street. And so we did a tour of the country. We visited 8 different cities: Denver, Charlotte, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and settled on Pittsburgh because we fell in love with Alpha Lab and fell in love with Pittsburgh and the tech ecosystem that's developing here. The talent pool that exists in Pittsburgh is phenomenal, especially through Innovation Works. We've found so many mentors and advisors and employees through the IW family that it's really helped us get on the right path. I always think about Alpha Lab as bowling with bumpers. My co-founder and I were both first-time founders. We had a lot of business experience, but we had never run a tech startup before. And there's a lot of really common pitfalls that a lot of founders make. And having the framework where we could run the business the way we wanted to run the business, but just being surrounded by other entrepreneurs and also technology experts who could help us avoid some of those common pitfalls. It was tremendously beneficial for us as we kind of set out and figuring out those first really critical steps. So we were really fortunate. We were able to be the alumni in residence at Alpha Lab for a while, so got to stay in that ecosystem, stay really close with other companies, and then ultimately moved just down the road from Alpha Lab into our own space. And Alpha Lab, through Innovation Works, has continued to support us. They've invested in every single one of our funding rounds. They are an observer on our board and continue to connect us with other investors and mentors, advisors, and employees too.
So I've absolutely fallen in love with Pittsburgh since I've been here, but I came here initially to work in corporate banking. And when I heard of Honeycomb and joined Honeycomb, it opened my eyes to the tech ecosystem here and how vibrant it is. Previously this just wasn't my world, and I think Pittsburgh is just a really cool hub for all the innovation that's happening here, and I love being in this sphere.
I grew up about 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh, and so I would come in periodically for a baseball game or to go to the zoo when I was a kid. But it had been almost 15 years since I'd been to Pittsburgh, and I came back for the interview with Alpha Lab. And I remember thinking to myself, when did Pittsburgh get cool? It was really fun to see how much the city has changed, the culture, the food scene, and the tech ecosystem has really grown up in the past couple decades, while still being an incredibly affordable and livable place.
Pittsburgh has this small town culture, but it's also got this robustness where people are willing to test things and hypothesize on how we might improve existing processes.